Good morning. Long time no weekly vlog. I actually have lost track of the last time I vlogged and did like a home kind of vlog. Honestly, the last month has been probably one of the busiest of my whole life, and it was so much fun, but it was towards the end of it just getting a bit chaotic, and I was really craving just some time just to like sort my life out and to be at home for longer than a day because I kept doing this thing where I would make plans and be like, oh yeah, I am free from the 14th, I'll see you on the 50th, we can go away then. And I'd be like back to back without remembering that I actually needed a little bit of time in between to like just sort yourself out before you go away again and like wash your clothes and turn everything around and like, you know, just not quite literally getting off one plane, getting onto another, or going from one festival to another. Yeah, August was crazy. The best kind of crazy. Slightly poor planning on my part though, as you could probably tell. I'm sounding a little ill. I'm a little bit bunged up. I knew this was gonna happen. Like as Croatia was coming to an end, I could just feel myself getting like a bit sick, and it's definitely just because I need to sleep. We power through because this week I'm kind of doing what I've just said. We're having a catch-up week. We're kind of just getting on top of everything. A lot of work bits to do, errands to run, including right now I'm actually about to go to an appointment at the hospital for my wrist. I've spoken about this before, but basically I injured my wrist in Australia. I don't know if you can kind of see it, like there's like a lump here. Basically I think I probably dislocated it, and at the time I ignored it because I was like, I don't really have any healthcare, also don't really know what to do in a foreign country, which was so stupid. Like, don't do that. And I definitely could have organised it there and sorted it out there, and it now wouldn't be having this problem. But instead of improving or getting better on its own, which is what I kind of hoped would happen, so obviously I didn't really know, I still don't really know what I did to it. I know that I did it when I was surfing. I went to like push up on a surfboard, and oh my god, it was like so painful. But then the next day it kind of was better, so I was like, oh, maybe I just like bruised it, or maybe it was like muscular, and it might have been muscular. It's got progressively worse, especially since I got home from Australia. I actually think the weather affects it a lot, or like the temperature, because when I'm freezing cold, it's so sore. The whole time I was at Boardmasters Festival, because it was really windy and a lot of the time I was wet, like I was just getting rained on all the time, my hand was hurting so much, and I was like, what the hell, it's so weird, it's not hurt like this for ages. And then as soon as I was back home and sleeping like indoors somewhere warm, it stopped hurting again, and I was like, this is really bizarre. Anyway, I've already had one x-ray on it, but they x-rayed the wrong part. Honestly not sure how that happened. So anyway, I've waited 8 weeks for another appointment so they can x-ray the right part, and now is the first time that they're free. Very luckily I am free, so I'm about to go to the hospital, and fingers crossed we're gonna find out what the solution is. I think potentially I might just need some physio on it. I'm really hoping I don't need an operation on it, but we'll see what happens. Let's go. You know, this car is actually not ideal to vlog in.
Oh, I do apologise.
Yeah. The reason that I'm in this car and my mum is driving.
Hello.
Here she is, long time no vlog.
Yeah.
Very long time.
Sorry, who are you?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm in this car because the second errand that I'm having done today / sorting out today is my car is in the garage. Again, I feel like I've said that so much this year. But when I was driving home from Plymouth, so I literally couldn't be any further away, my car started doing this really weird thing, and I was like, I don't really trust this car right now. So taking it into the garage, there's an issue with the clutch, which obviously is not really very ideal. I drive a manual car, the clutch is vital that it works. So it's been in the garage, so my mum has very kindly brought me to the hospital today. Wrist has been x-rayed, had to have like a x-ray.
It's awful.
Yeah, can you see this, guys? Hold on.
I don't think they'll want to see.
They might. Can you see that? That does look bad, doesn't it? The guy that, actually it wasn't a guy, it was a lady this time. The guy that x-rayed my wrist last time just x-rayed it like straight on, but this time I had to hold it at a different angle because I think that's obviously where the issue is. So hopefully this time it's going to come back with some sort of result, although to be honest, I don't really know what I want the outcome to be here, because
That's it being very good.
I just feel like an operation would be really not very ideal.
I think it'll just be physio.
Yeah, I think it'll be physio. I'm hoping that it's physio. Otherwise, I was actually saying this to Tom. As somebody that is self-employed, if I don't have my wrist, I can't really do my job. But like, there's no contingency there. I don't work for somebody. I just wouldn't get paid for as long as that was a thing.
You should have insurance to cover you for those.
I should have insurance, shouldn't I?
Those type of things.
Nobody tells you this kind of stuff though, do they? Right, anyway, long chat over. We're now heading to Morrison's. That is the next errand run of the day. Let's go. Secured the goods. Secured the goods. And in doing so, got some bad news. So, karma better come back around because I'm doing nice things and I'm getting bad news. Alright, I have zoomed you in so that you can sit with me whilst I put on a little bit of makeup. Really annoyingly, guys, I don't even know how I did this. I left my hairbrush in Croatia, which is really unlike me because my hairbrush has like a slot in my hand luggage bag. So I don't know how this happened, but anyway, I thought we'd have a little chat. I feel as though this is about to be a really quite chatty vlog, but I feel it's been a while, you know, like the last few vlogs have been really like go go go. Where is the other half of my makeup? Why is all my stuff everywhere other than where it should be? A hilarious turn of events, guys. My makeup bag, I took it out with me yesterday in the car and I left it on my back seats, and now my car is in the garage, and that was the bad news I was referring to in the last clip. Turns out my car needs a whole new clutch, not just a clutch cylinder, so that is very expensive. I just hadn't accounted for it. Like, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Cars are expensive to run. However, this year especially, I seem to have just been having like a bottomless pit going out on my car. And I do drive like a lot of miles when I use my car a distance drive, but I don't actually drive it that much because I'm away so much. So I feel like it kind of equals out. I'm not like overusing the car. I wasn't really expecting that. Lovely, but one of those things. And I think that today has just kind of felt like one of those days where it's been like one thing after another all day. And like I say, I'm kind of playing a balancing game at the moment with like just quite a lot of things going on, quite a lot of things in my life, quite a lot of things in like Tom's life. None of them really great. It's just like a balancing game. Stuff that I don't usually talk about online, stuff with family members, stuff with like Tom's family, things like that. It kind of does amount in your head, and sometimes I feel as though like my brain at the moment is running at capacity, to be honest. I now don't have an eyebrow pencil. I think I have every other makeup product twice. I don't know if I've got eyebrows. Can I use an eyeshadow, do we reckon? This is definitely something that I think about quite a lot, because I feel always like I'm in no position to complain about anything. Like, I have this really lucky lifestyle that from the outside definitely can look like, well, how could she complain about anything? And that is absolutely valid. But then other like real life things that happen to everybody regardless of your job or what you do or like how flexible you are day to day and stuff, those things do still like happen. And then I'm kind of always like, well, you know, if it was happening to anybody else, I would be like, oh my gosh, yes, definitely talk about it. You're always within your right to like feel upset or feel like stressed or feel just a bit overwhelmed. And I think overwhelmed is the key feeling, because there's just like loads of different things at the same time, and then work, and then I'm traveling a lot, which is so amazing and it is absolutely what I want to be doing, but sometimes the timing isn't like the best or the most ideal, and you can't always help that. I think that August has just been a little bit of a challenge because of all those like external factors, and now at the end of it I'm feeling quite like burnt out. Honestly, I feel silly even start saying this. Like, how can I possibly feel burnt out when from the outside it looks like I've just been on holidays all summer, which definitely is true. It absolutely is true. I've had just such an amazing month. In the background there's definitely still other stuff happening. You know, I think this is why I've always loved vlogging and always loved coming to YouTube, because I can really show the duality of this here, whereas on Instagram I do think it's so easy to make it look like a highlight reel, and I'm guilty of it. Like, I do that, but then people think, how can you possibly have anything to complain about? Look at your perfect life. And it's such a double-edged sword. And so I thought we'd just have a little chat about that today, because I was thinking about it while I was in the shower, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna say it in the vlog because you guys get me, and I feel YouTube is the right platform for it. And honestly, this might be roundabout where I leave my makeup, because I don't have any of the rest of my stuff. I do have blush, okay. Anyway, the reason that I'm putting this makeup on in the first place is because it is about to be 6 p.m. and I am going for dinner at my friend Rachel's house. Tom and I are going over there because Rachel and her boyfriend, I guess fiance now, just got engaged. Rachel, my childhood best friend, Rachel, who I have known since I was like 4 years old, went on holiday last week and came back engaged. And I was like, sorry? It's so exciting. I would say I wasn't expecting it, but that's a lie. I absolutely was expecting it. Rachel has had marriage on her mind since like, well, the entire time I've known her, which is her whole life. I'm just so happy for her. I'm over the moon for her. So we're going over for dinner. They were who their flowers were for earlier. We've got her a little gift to take round. I say her and Callum. Callum is obviously our friend as well, but Rachel is like my school friend. And honestly, it's just crazy to me because Rachel isn't even my first friend getting married. She's my second friend getting married. And suddenly I just feel like old. I'm like, what do you mean I'm buying these gifts and these like congratulations on your engagement card for my friendship group rather than my older family members or like my mum's friends? Like, what? Yeah, existential crisis aside, I'm just so excited for them. I'm so happy for them. They're such a lovely couple. We're going over for dinner, and I guess this is the makeup I'm wearing because where's the rest of my makeup? At the garage. That is a prime example of my head's not quite screwed on and I'm not thinking about everything fully because I want to see the state of the desk I'm getting ready on. Can I even see it? Can you even see it? Not ideal really, that is it. Please do feel free to comment saying, Molly, pull yourself together, babes. Ask me if I'm obsessed with this product currently. Go on, I dare you. Oh my gosh. Ingredient 1, ingredient 2, ingredient 3, ingredient 4, and ingredient 5. Now we're ready. This isn't plugged in or anything, by the way, guys. This is completely wireless. Are you ready for this? I actually don't think you are. Like, this is just ridiculous. Alrighty, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's actually Wednesday evening now, and I have not vlogged today. Do you want to know what I did today? Actually, that's a lie. Firstly, I did something really nice. I went for lunch with my godmother and her daughter. I feel like I'm a singer right now and I'm on voice rest. I'm really trying not to speak too much today because whenever I speak, it's just making my throat so much worse. So because I didn't need to, today I've just been like, cool. Quiet time, other than when I went out for lunch. I managed to like put everything I had into being as alive as possible for that hour. So I saw my godmother, that was lovely. Whenever I'm at home, I try to catch up with like my family and my extended people in my life that are here, because I love traveling and I love being here, there and everywhere, but it is really important to like keep connections with people that are at home, which is something that I'm not particularly good at over message and text. I'm terrible at replying to people. So when I'm in person, I'm like, yes, let's do lunch, let's do coffee, let's do this, let's do that. So I did that today, and then I went to the dentist. Let me pop this light on. I want to quickly update you because I get these comments all the time. This is actually one of my most frequently asked questions, because I, if you don't know, have composite bonding on my front 4 teeth. So like my 2 front teeth and these 2 teeth. Because basically I've had so much dental work done just my whole life. I had the wonkiest teeth known to man growing up as a child. Then I had braces. I had braces for about 2.5 years. I had braces with like bands and everything. Then after I got my braces off, I had regular retainers. Then I had a round of Invisalign to get my teeth like to the level that they're at now, and I'm still not the best at actually wearing my retainer. I try, but I definitely don't wear it as much as I should. However, during lockdown, I decided to get the forefront of my teeth bonded. I'll insert a before and after photo because you can kind of see. One of my teeth was chipped, but also just naturally, my teeth had like grooves in them. They weren't flat at the bottom. They were kind of like how baby teeth look, but like they were my adult teeth. Honestly, I don't really know. My mum's teeth are the same. I guess it's just hereditary. There's nothing wrong with it at all, but I felt personally a bit self-conscious about this. Every time I smiled, I would like use my tongue to cover the base of my teeth because I just didn't like it. And during COVID, when we had like 2 years of doing nothing, I was like, well, I've saved up some money. This is definitely something that I think would benefit me, like insecurity wise. I'm just gonna fix this because I feel very lucky that I can, but also I'd been thinking about it for like 2 years. So I went to get that done, and that was 3 summers ago. And as a little update, I mean, I feel like it's disgusting showing you my mouth, especially when my lips are really dry. This is what they look like. I have been back to the same dentist since. I go to a place called Perfect 32. It's in Beverley, but I recommend checking it out if you're anywhere in the Yorkshire area and you're looking for dental work done, like cosmetic dental work. They are so good, like it's worth traveling for. Anyway, I had that 3 years ago. I've had no issues with them. I did chip one myself. Like, I'm not so ridiculous. I don't even drink beer, but I hit my tooth with a beer bowl when I was in Asia and chipped one of them because they are more easy to chip. Obviously, it's not the same material as tooth. It's like slightly easier to damage, so I am more careful. Anyway, I went today for a checkup at the dentist. That was like my main thing on my agenda. I'm also so sorry I could hear how nasally I sound right now. Not thriving. But I went and I just had like a checkup, and he actually said that I'm gonna go back in like 2 months time when I've got a bigger gap to just have them kind of like just neatened up, and kind of like, because it's been 3 years, they do start to like wear and tear from the bottom. So basically just gonna have like a little touch up, but like I said, they are amazing there. They look after me so well. That's my little update on that, because I feel it's a weird thing. I always forget to reply to these comments because I'm like, oh yeah, my teeth are just the same. But like, if you are thinking of getting it done, 3 years in, very, very little noticeable difference at all, and they don't feel different in my mouth. Like, just, yeah, basically that's that. The reason I had my headphones around my head, I actually, guys, oh my god, so I was clearing out my office. This is shocking. A couple of weeks ago, and I found these headphones in a drawer. I think they actually might have once meant to have belonged to my brother, and they never, like, they were just in the box. So now they're mine. And I had them on because I need to tidy my room. Have I put anything away since getting back from Croatia? No, because I've just not really slept here. I've been staying at Tom's, so I've just been using this as like a dumping ground. Same with, sadly, the office looks the same. So right now I'm gonna put these headphones on. I'm gonna tidy this up so that it actually, you can walk around around, and then I can repack some stuff, I can put some stuff away. There's just a lot of stuff like everywhere, so it's not ideal. And Tom is coming here tonight, so we do need somewhere potentially to be able to sleep. This would look good if it was like a bed, you know, so let's do that. Are we ready? And we're done. This is a solid improvement. Not gonna lie, it's still a little messy. There's a few clothes over here, but for the most part, I can see my surfaces, I can see my floor. This is my collection of teddies that usually go on the bed, but I figured I'm about to get in the bed. So all in all, looking cozy, looking cute. I actually love my room, especially when the light's out. It's kind of giving autumn, and I'm actually not mad at it. Like, I have like one more like Euro summer weekend away coming up this weekend, but then after that, I'm actually kind of excited to like shift into autumn, guys, because obviously I was away for autumn last year. My birthday is in autumn, so I feel as though it is actually one of my favourite times of year. And I don't know if it's just because I was literally just watching Zoella. She's not been Zoella for about 6 years, Zoe, because she's like doing daily vlogging in August, and I somehow had missed that. I don't know how I hadn't seen that. So I was like, oh my gosh, whilst I tidy my room, I'm gonna watch a Zoe vlog. Something about watching her vlog with the fairy lights on in my room and the home decor that I have seen creeping in on Instagram has made me really fancy like a little TK Maxx, like Primark home trip. I'm thinking maybe next week, if I can find some time, I might go with my mum. Especially now, this is the first year ever that I've had like a white bedroom throughout autumn, because previously I love the autumn colours, but I had a purple bedroom, and like I wouldn't want to match like orange pumpkins, orange bedding, orange candles to a purple bedroom. But now the walls are white, I can go to town on the autumn decor. And also my like thinking to myself is always that one day I am hopefully gonna have my own house, so everything that I buy is just for like a future house. Do you know what I mean? Like everything that I'm buying, it's kind of silly redecorating your bedroom every season, but then it's not if you think about those things coming with you. And when I say I have an office filled with homeware, I think I've actually shown you guys in the vlogs, like I've got half a kitchen in that office and it's driving my mum up the wall, so why not add to it with some autumn homeware? But I actually saw loads in Primark last week. I don't think I'm gonna get time to go to a Primark, but definitely a TK Maxx trip could be on the table. Would you guys want me to vlog that? Your old throwback Zoella style autumn Halloween homeware haul? I think we should. And why did I just call her Zoella again? Anyway, I think my makeup is pretty much off. Currently not. Every time I think my makeup's off, there's always more mascara. Like, what is with that? So you will be pleased to know that I got my car back today, which means I got my makeup bag back, which means we can all stop stressing now, because I'm sure you're worrying yourselves about that one. I mean, it's not actually annoying, but it was just one of those inconveniences where I was like, why have I done this to myself? Now I think my makeup's off. Good morning. It is Thursday, and this is going to be the last day of the vlog, because very spontaneously, well, not that spontaneously, but very randomly, I am actually going to Ibiza tomorrow. This is kind of what I was mentioning last night when I said I've got one more like Euro summer kind of trip. Thankfully, guys, I've woken up feeling a lot better than yesterday and the day before. I still sound quite nasally, but like in myself, I feel fine. It just kind of needs to shift a bit now, which is good, because tomorrow I'm obviously heading to the airport, so hopefully by tomorrow I'm gonna be thriving. However, that means that we have some errands to run, including going to get some new nails, because tell me how I managed to snap all of my nails in Croatia. I feel like being on a boat, not the environment for like, well, these are my actual nails as well though, so I don't really know what was going on there. But anyway, gonna go get my nails done. Oh, need to go to the post office, need to go to WH Smith, just run some errands basically. However, the reason I've started the vlog is because, as I mentioned, my car was in the garage, and as I also mentioned, it turned out that it needed a whole new clutch. So my dad has kind of scared me actually, and he was like, oh, it'll be like driving a completely different car now, because it's just got a whole new clutch on it. It's got a different bite point, it's got a different everything, and that is what I struggle with when I drive anyway, like not stalling. So now I'm like, oh my god, am I even going to be able to drive it? And I have to drive it to the airport tomorrow. So we're considering this a trial run. Shall we see how this goes? I'm kind of hoping maybe no, I would have noticed. Oh my god, that's completely not the same. Oh my god. Bottom line of this is driving automatic, because bloody hell. No, because I'm going to stall. Also, don't know how to restart this engine if it does stall. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god, I feel like I'm taking myself on a driving lesson. The good news is we've made it in one piece. So there we go. I feel like I did just have a driving lesson. Let's go get some nails. I swear she just does this every time the camera's on. Who's that? The other way. There we go. Long time no vlog. Long time no vlog. Yeah. kit's been picked up. Well, Lottie aside, it's been a little while. It's now the afternoon. Got my new nails. Went for pink, pretty standard, pretty classic. Currently got a little cup of peppermint tea. And I am just kind of organising the last few bits that I need to do today before the end of the working day, because like I say, tomorrow I am heading to the airport. I'm actually, this is so random and not that relevant, but I'm really excited because I'm actually flying from Leeds tomorrow, which never happens. Like, it would be really good to not have to go to Manchester all the time. So I feel like thrilled that we have managed to find these flights from Leeds Bradford rather than trekking to Manchester, or more recently I seem to always be flying out of Stansted, and that's not near either. Like, if anybody lives in kind of like Yorkshire or the northeast, you'll probably know the struggle if you travel a lot, because there's no nearby airports. Like, there's no big airport close to the East Coast. This is an incredibly niche complaint. I feel as though I'm shouting to the void and everybody will be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, basically I've not flown from Leeds in ages. The reason that I just picked the camera up is because I don't think I've actually shown you guys since I sort of redecorated the back wall of my office. I do think I put it on Instagram. So I basically got these two like record shelves and then just decorated them with Taylor Swift memorabilia. Obviously a couple of records up here. Probably my 3 favourite Taylor Swift records, are they? That changes all the time. And then a couple of artwork bits, photos. This is an LED YouTube lamp. And then up here is actually my prized possession. This is a physical copy of a ticket to the Eras tour, because when we actually got to Edinburgh, oh wow, sun has come out. Yeah, when we actually arrived in Edinburgh, my tickets wouldn't scan, and I really didn't know why. Like, I couldn't work out what was wrong with them. I bought them through Ticketmaster. Those tickets weren't resale tickets or anything, but for some reason the gate just would not scan me in. So they printed us physical tickets out, which at the time felt stressful because I was like, oh my god, what if I don't get in? Like, is this even real? But now I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got the most lovely keepsake that most people didn't get because they weren't printing out physical tickets. And I love it even more because on this shelf, and this is my actual prized possession, is my physical ticket to the Reputation tour, which I feel very proud to own, given that now every single person and their dog seems to have gone to see Taylor Swift in the last, well, while she was in the UK. And I'm like, were you there for this tour? Actually, I mean, still loads. Although she actually really didn't do very many dates in the UK for the Rep tour. But anyway, we're getting so sidetracked. This was not a conversation about Taylor Swift. I was showing you my shelves, and then I also want to show you. It's a little messy right now, but I actually got a new little chest of drawers for this side of the room. This is also where I have my record player, and then above it, I've just put up this picture. Can't really see it, but it's basically constellations of the sky the night Tom and I met. Oh, look at the sun glowing on that. When the office is tidy, I just think this looks a lot neater. There used to be shelves up here, but it just looks kind of messy. Now there are just shelves up here, and these look kind of messy instead. I think I did this like the week before I went to Bali, but I wasn't vlogging at that time, and then kind of just finished it off in dribs and drabs. But when the office is tidy, it does definitely look a lot better. And I do feel as though a tidy office space and like a tidy or a nice looking place to sit and work does kind of help your productivity, I find anyway. Anyway, right now I'm gonna continue my to-do list. I am actually gonna end this vlog here. I realise this is actually just a big old chatty catch up, insight into my week. I've actually made my bed, guys. Look at this. I feel in so many vlogs you just see the messiest, most disgusting unmade bed, but behind me right now, because I'm leaving my room and I'm not going to be here for the weekend, I've actually left it tidy, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty of not doing that. But I'm gonna end this vlog here. If you have got to the end of it, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this kind of just chatty little catch up. I did get a DM the other day saying, will you do like a updated Q&A anytime soon? If you do want to see a Q&A, let me know. I definitely, it's been a while since I filmed one, but then every time I film one, I'm like, I get the same questions and my answers haven't changed too much. Like, if anything drastic was changing, I would let you guys know. I always keep you in the loop, and I know that if I put a Q&A box up, I would definitely just get, when are you traveling? Where are you traveling? Are you buying a house? Like, they're always the top 3, and the answers haven't really changed. So if you do want to have a little update, I'll link my most recent Q&A. I think it was maybe like 3 months ago, down below. But other than that, I will be back on my channel on Tuesday with a vlog from my weekend in Ibiza. When I say weekend, I mean we are literally just going for the weekend. So it's gonna be kind of like 72 hours of madness in Ibiza, and I'm really excited for it. So yeah, that's gonna be up very soon. I also, actually, I asked on Instagram, but you guys on YouTube sometimes come up with the best and most imaginative ideas. But my brother and I are gonna film probably like a 24-hour travel challenge or some kind of challenge. To be honest, it doesn't have to be travel. A classic Molly, Harry, one of these kind of videos, you know, the kind of video at some point in early September. And I asked on Instagram for any ideas. You guys did have some really good ones, but I want to ask here too, just so I can kind of weigh everything up. If there's anything you'd like to see specifically, or anything you think Harry and I would be like good at, or it would be funny to watch, let me know in the comments. And other than that, I shall see you guys back on my channel on Tuesday.